answer. I'm gonna go straight to speaker. It's gonna be top left.
Oh, yeah, I got 2 minutes.
All right.
We live though. They say, please check my video. So I don't test none of this stuff.
I got a bathroom.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I got to pee.
Go out.
Hey, when they say Mike Duck, 2 minutes.
Go
Well
out
worth it.
the door.
Six,
Huh?
seven, eight.
And make a left.
Uh-huh.
You gotta test this right here to come back in.
All right.
6, 7, 8.
You don't close the door unless you come back in. It's a lot right here.
All right.
He gonna close it. Oh, good job, Chicano.
68.
Oh,
6, 2, 6.
You ain't coming in high enough, bro.
I'm not coming in high enough.
You so good though.
I hear myself good.
I want to stop.
Yeah, I hear him good in the
On the
headphone.
app. Let me see if I can get it back, pull it back up on YouTube. Testing, testing.
I apologize, bro.
Shoot, we all getting it together.
I got cussed out at your birthday.
There you go.
I'll put 345. We'll see you in the morning.
You gotta be working 3:45.
You got here 406.
Yeah, dog.
406 to 4. I'm just driving. Go ahead.
What it do, Sky?
All right, late.
Can you hear me?
Hey, hey, hey.
Turn your volume on your phone. You got
I'm coming through good on the thing.
you know,
Yeah.
the volume up, the main ain't coming up there. Are y'all live? Good. She can start off. She look, man, you good?
What's up, peoples? What's up, peoples?
Hey, we back, baby. Been a long time coming. Had to get some stuff, we had to get some stuff worked out and situated. Try to better ourselves, man. Try to better this podcast. But everybody who's been following us and asking us, when we coming back, and we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all, to the fullest extent. But the day is finally here. We want to thank Disco 100 Radio, man, for giving us this opportunity, man, and really looking out for us
Most definitely.
and
sir.
putting us in a situation to be successful. When it comes to, the different platforms to be able to get our stuff out on, and, all of the equipment, all of the sound. So, we want to thank him sincerely. And anybody who has any podcast that they have going on that is looking for a home, y'all get at Disco 100 Radio. You did?
He gets right. He gets right.
Big plug, like.
Hey, man, we always plug, man. But now that all that's out the way, man, Mannish is back, man. Here to give y'all what y'all been wanting. So, just in case y'all don't know, I'm Chris. I'm the OG of the group. I keep the young fellas, the young whippersnappers in check.
Ain't that old.
Old enough.
Yeah. I'm Serge. That's pretty much it. I'm Serge.
I'm Clark. I guess I'm the wild one.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't say that.
But we actually have another what would we call him?
Castmate.
Castmate.
Yeah.
He's out of state, so we're trying to figure out how we can plug him in and get him on. But yeah. So we've had a lot of time to think about some of the stuff that we want to talk about. Being Mannish, that's one of the things that we try to bring to y'all is the rawness of conversation. A lot of times we'll come up with something on the spot, man. Just whatever somebody's thinking about. But with everything going on, it's kind of hard not to talk about certain topics, with the state that we're in right now, and everything that's going around us, everything that we see on a day-to-day basis. So, of course, I'm pretty sure that, we definitely gonna come out talking about social injustice.
You gotta talk about it.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Why I feel like I'm the only person talking, man?
Because right now you're the only person
talking.
Right now you're the only person talking.
Go ahead,
You got center flow. Go ahead and finish what you started.
So, social injustice, man. With it doesn't matter where you turn, where you look, what you're doing, man. It's like it's hitting you in the face in all aspects of life. And it's to the point now where it's not even trying to be.
Yeah, it's not hitting no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very blatant, very in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Very in your face.
So, it makes you kind of wonder, are we to a point now to where you almost have to accept everything that's going on right now and deal with it accordingly, versus years ago when it was kind of it was hidden. You know what I'm saying?
It was more closeted back
Right.
then than it is now.
Right. Now it's like in your face, so it's like you're forced to deal with it and handle situations as they come.
Yeah, that's definitely a good observation. It's definitely smack dab in your face. It's blatant. Not too many people hiding how they feel no more. I mean, they bold. They saying. I mean, it's a lot of stuff being said. It's a lot of stuff being posted, written. I mean, on all social media sites, you can see folks. They didn't start all kind of social media
They don't care
groups.
to hide it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's definitely not hitting no more.
It's a joke at this point. It's a joke.
And I think that's what makes me mad, because I feel like, okay, perfect example. People who follow me on Facebook and social media know, like, since I did a really good job of trying to hold stuff in and not like just start just blasting everything. But when George Floyd was killed, like at that point, I kind of just ran. And over the course of that, I've come into conversations with certain people. So when dealing with these certain people of the non-melanin persuasion, it's like they antagonize you. Like they put on this front like, oh, well, like they don't understand.
Yeah.
When they have to understand.
I've read some of your posts, and there's definitely a lot of condescending tones.
And it's like it's intentional.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What you speaking
Hey
on.
man, all I can say is y'all keep poking that bear with that stick.
Hey man, I'm trying to keep my cool, but it's like you explain and it's, well, why do you feel this way? Well, can you elaborate a little bit? And it's
Like it's very straightforward why we feel how we feel and what's the reasoning behind the feelings. Like to me, it's not nothing that should have to be explained or elaborated on. I mean, we see people on media outlets and on post and on TV saying everything we feel. So at this point, yeah, it is. To me, it is belittling to be sitting there asking like, well, why do you feel like this, or for what reason do you feel like this? I mean, how many more people have to die at the hands of people who's there to protect us than for it not to be taken as a joke?
yeah, I get it. And as an example, man, I don't know how many people watched the debate. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Week before last?
Yeah, last week, week before last. I think it was last week.
If we call it a debate anyway. But when Trump made his comment about,
Stand back, stand by.
okay, let's go even before that. When he was asked the question right now, will you condemn, denounce white supremacy in the KKK? So he didn't answer the question, as we all know.
He didn't.
He deflected and started talking about Antifa and all this other stuff. So I made a comment like, man, are you serious? Like, national TV in front of everybody, you had the opportunity to prove to everybody that you're not what we say you are, and you didn't. So and I went on to say, anybody who supports this dude, you racist too.
Yeah.
And I got a comment back saying, well, how do you feel that, that is what was done, or why do you feel like that based off of what you saw? My response was, if you go back and you look at all my comments, all of us are saying the same thing in different households, different parts of the state, different parts of the country, and all of us have come up with the same thing. That has to tell you something. That is not just me feeling like I choose to feel this way about this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I read some of the back and forth under the comments, and I definitely felt what you were saying. Like I said, I definitely felt like it was shade being thrown. Like he didn't understand why you felt how you felt, but I mean, yeah, it's too in your face nowadays for them to not know what we feel or why we feel how we feel. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, I don't really get too caught up in the back and forth because now I just block people.
So I can't just block them.
You got to educate them first, then block them.
And I feel
it ain't like they're lacking in education. That's what I'm saying. There's too many sources out here that's giving out education for you to be lost. But I said, yeah, they watch the same.
There's a lot of people
They watch the
being
same
miseducated.
news sites. They watch the same stuff. They watch the same,
There's a lot of people being miseducated too, though. That same area where you can find education can also miseducate you as well.
And I think also when you just block somebody, we kind of going back into that groove that we've been in for all of these years of just giving people passes and letting them slide. And because when you block them, I mean, you're not going to talk to them, you're not going to say anything to them. So it's kind of like it's almost like a form of laying down again.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like that. I just get tired of going back and forth because, like I say, even at the end of the day, even after you go back and forth, they still gonna feel how they feel, whether you let them know or not, or whether you set them straight or not. And I can almost guarantee that this ain't the first time they've had a back and forth with somebody on any social media. So that's what I'm saying. It's hearing the same things.
The first time they had a back and forth with him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I've seen that back and forth with him more than one time. That's what I'm saying. And Chris schooled him the first time. So this time coming back and answering the same question he asked the first time is redundant. It was a rhetorical question. He knew the reason why you was upset and why you had a reason to be upset, but he still was like, well, what are you so angry for?
Well, I'm going to do everything in my power to get him on the show.
That's fine. Bring him in.
Well, I've already had the conversation with him, so I'm hoping, and I told him he could bring somebody with him if it makes him feel more comfortable. But we got to have a real conversation face to face. Because I truly feel like a lot of the stuff that's said won't be said face to face.
Oh, that's definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody gangster behind a keyboard.
Yeah, it's a lot of internet thugs out here. So.
And it's a lot of thugs.
them too.
You know, but so you know, as far as the social justice, well, the social injustice goes, what do you think about the whole Breonna Taylor situation and the I guess, murder, manslaughter charges that are non-existent?
I feel like it's a slap in the face, but I also feel like I don't know. I feel two ways about it. It's definitely a slap in the face. That's without question. But I kind of feel like they gave the money as a turn of the cheek method. Like, okay, we're gonna set y'all straight financially, but I hope y'all know that us giving y'all this money is like us dead in the case. I don't think nothing.
Pretty much.
I don't think.
Hush money.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that was like a payoff to be like, okay, well, y'all got y'all money, y'all good. But to me, like morally, I couldn't. That's blood. I couldn't even take the money.
I think it's even more disrespectful that the charges that were given were charges for bullets that hit nobody.
Yeah.
Right. It's the same. That's the same type of
Well,
charge
they
that
did
we
strike
get in
me.
our
Yeah.
backyard.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a human. I'm not even gonna say a black African American, whatever. I'm not even gonna give you a color. You have a human being that was shot
In her sleep.
in her sleep. Well, I don't know if she was asleep. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if she was asleep. But you have a human that was shot, and nothing happens in regards to that life, but you'll punish them for damaging a wall.
Not to mention all the lies that was told from Daniel Cameron and the police force about all the. I mean, like they lied about everything.
And the fact that
There was no body cams on and
Right.
all the lies that
Right.
we now finding out is
Right.
lies after they releasing footage.
right,
And yeah, he's still right on the story.
and the fact that that you tried to charge the boyfriend for defending his home and his woman
Oh, no, not.
on a no-knock warrant.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I know I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't have any illegal activity going on in my home,
Y'all come
and
to my door.
somebody kicks down my door, the very last, the absolute last people I think it would be the police.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Like that's it's crazy.
Even if you did, you know what I'm saying, but in the heat of the moment, you're not gonna be thinking it's a cop, it's a cop. At this point, you kicking my door, I gotta protect my family.
It's middle of the night. I mean,
But it still goes back to if I know I haven't done anything wrong, it's no reason for a cop to be coming through my door. So therefore, I shouldn't have to stop and say, hey, is this the police?
Yeah.
Who's gonna do that?
Yeah, nobody.
Cops ain't even gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If
So
she was on the other foot, cop definitely would have shot first, asked questions later.
And got off.
and I think it's a messed up situation. Don't get me wrong, but I think because their district attorney is black, right?
Yeah.
And I think that
Attorney
General.
Yeah, I think
Attorney
AG.
General.
Yeah, I think AG, yeah.
So with him being a black guy, if you sit open-mindedly and you listen to what we're trying to say, you should now understand it's not a black and white thing that we're trying to make this out to be. It's a right and wrong thing.
Factual.
You know what I'm saying? But they won't even give us the opportunity.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up. Like I said, as new news comes out about stuff that was lied about or hidden in the beginning, as it starts to come back into the open. Yeah, it's messed up, hands down. But I do kind of feel like the money was hush money. Like,
Oh,
we give
absolutely.
we give
Have
we
you
give
have you
this
ever
money.
in the history of lawsuits of that magnitude heard of a settlement to come that fast?
Yeah, that was very quick.
And it was a wrongful death lawsuit.
Which leads me to believe if the settlement was that fast, that means the investigation wasn't that long.
At all.
If the investigation wasn't that long, that means they understand what happened.
Yeah, they know what
They
happened.
know what's wrong.
You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of a lawsuit of that magnitude being settled that fast.
Yeah, me neither.
And it's crazy that it was done, and then within 2 to 3 weeks later, a month maybe, you throw out, now you start presenting these charges.
I may have been lost in my own life, but the day I found out about the lawsuit is the day I found out they gave me the money.
Nah, they gave them the money before, what you mean? Hold on.
The day I found out that they had filed a lawsuit was the day that they said that they gave me the money.
Oh, no, they filed a lawsuit immediately.
I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. I have been lost in my own.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did that ASAP. But I mean, and it's more than just the just that situation. Like, just think about how many situations we've had just in 2020 alone.
Yeah, there's been a bunch.
And don't get me wrong,
One just happened this past weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one happened right before the weekend, or it might have been over the weekend, with the guy that saw another dude jumping on a chick
That's what I'm talking about.
and tried to break it up, and the police showed up
Yeah.
and killed him. Tased
He
him.
had his hands-
Tased him.
He had his hands up. They tased him.
Had his hands up trying to explain what was going
Yeah.
on.
And they
They
tased him.
tased him.
He fell forward.
Tell you the reason they shot him though. They said when they shot him, he started convulsing and, being electrocuted, and they thought he was a threat.
Because they said he was a big.
He was a football player.
Yeah, I read the story.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hometown hero. Come on.
but yeah. Anyway, but it's like it keeps happening. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these people where a person gets killed, specifically a black person gets killed, and I'm like, hey, y'all are dead wrong. Because I truly feel, I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I truly feel that some of these people put themselves in a position to be killed.
Yeah, that I agree with as well.
Do I feel like they should be killed? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But
Put yourself in a situation.
yeah, stop putting yourself in a situation. Not saying that all of these cases, all of these situations were, situations where people could have, avoided the situation, because that's absolutely not true. But even when what's Wisconsin,
Yeah,
Kenosha. We spoke on this too.
Yeah, we did. That's why I started laughing.
And this is one of the ones I didn't really speak on and get mad about, because I feel like the police could have done something. I feel like the police did have ample amount of time to be able to, not even diffuse it. Like, they could have grabbed him, tackled him, whatever, in that time that it took him from getting from one side of the vehicle, walk around the front to the other side, if that's what they wanted to do. But I feel like he wasn't smart at all.
Yeah.
Once again, with everything that's going on,
Why?
why are you trying to reach back into a car? Could have been avoided.
Yeah. It's a lack on both ends though, because I do feel like some people put themselves in positions to cause themselves some harm from the police, but also the training from the police end is lackluster. Like, after all the situations that have happened at the hands of the police, killing folks who haven't been in situations where there was a threat, and then to have the situation where we at now, like, I don't know, I just feel like after all these situations of people dying at the hands of police, there should be some extensive training that goes on to where shooting your gun is the last thing that should be done.
Man,
It's rubber bullets, it's
Our-
pepper spray,
I'm
it's
telling you,
tasing.
they have that training.
Oh, I know.
our police force
But they're not
training.
using that training.
No. I don't even think it's that. Our police force has the worst. Our police in America have the worst training. If you go to some of these other countries, man, you're in training for
Years.
a year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And even still, like, that may not even be enough time. But at least you have enough time to really go over this. When you jump in the academy, what's the academy?
I think, 6 weeks?
8 weeks, something like
6
that.
to 8
Maybe.
weeks.
It's not a long time. I know it's not a long time.
And then you're dealing with people that you're dealing with people. Oh. You're dealing with people that shouldn't be cops in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if you're a gun owner, would you want to be around somebody who you know is scary carrying a gun?
No.
That's what some of these police officers are.
A large majority of them.
Got picked on in school, and now they become cops so they can have some type of authority.
Not even just that. You're policing areas that you ain't even comfortable driving through.
That's what I was getting about to get to.
If you take off the uniform,
Would you
you
walk
take off that badge, you put that gun down, are you comfortable going through these neighborhoods that you're policing?
Absolutely not.
And if that's the case, you should never be able to police that area.
There's
That's
some neighborhoods I'm not comfortable going in, and I'm just a regular person.
But you choose not to be a cop, though.
and to keep your behind out of the
Right. So once you choose,
keep
like,
your behind out of the neighborhood.
that's why I don't get me wrong, I support good police.
Yeah.
I support good policing, but I cannot stand. I hate it with a passion when people say, "Hey, man, blue lives matter." No, blue lives are a choice.
Correct.
We weren't given a choice when we were born to say what color our skin was.
Facts.
So that shouldn't be a comparison ever, because at the end of the day, guess what? If you're harassing me, there's nothing I can do about it. If you're being harassed as a cop, you can quit. No longer be a cop.
Yeah.
I got homeboys who are cops.
When you take off the uniform, you no
I'm
longer.
about to say that's what I was just gonna get at.
Can't take off your skin.
My homeboy just made a post about 3 or 4 days ago saying that as long as I got the uniform on, I hear Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Should I take that uniform off?
You're no longer a blue life.
Yeah. Now you where we
He said, I get profiled, and I'm a cop. I still get profiled.
Yeah, it's a thin line between that kind of stuff, and I don't understand why you would feel. Cause I said that I think that's a major problem as well. I feel like people fear the neighborhood that they policing, and their first mode of thinking is shoot instead of lesser methods. Like I said, they got several different ways. I mean, they equipped with a bunch of different weapons.
Oh yeah.
Gun don't have to be the first thing you grab for. It's just not. Especially when the person that's in front of you isn't a threat. Just because you're fearful don't make them a threat.
Man, I feel like, man, to be a cop, you shouldn't be able to have a gun through 70% of your training. It should be all fights. If you can't fight, you can't be a cop. If you're scared to fight, you can't be a cop.
Man, you'll be.
Hey, I
I had them cops out here getting whooped.
No. They'll get a weapon once they become a cop.
Okay,
But what I'm saying is, you weed out.
I'm about to say,
A lot of
these cops out here getting whooped.
You weed out a lot of them dudes who want to shoot first.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I mean, it's a tough job. Don't get me wrong. Hey man, I appreciate all good cops because I know it's a tough job, and that's why I truly believe like it's not for everybody.
It's not.
No.
It's not for everybody. If you don't have any patience, you should never be a cop. If you don't have any compassion, you should never be a cop. If you don't truly love, you should never be a cop. Because we always talk about domestic terrorism, right?
All right.
White supremacist groups, different, even now, Antifa, they talking about even trying to make Black Lives Matter, right? If we really wanted to speak on domestic terrorism, I would just have all my people become cops. Patrol the streets, terrorize people.
Yeah.
Majority of the cops that's killing people wrongfully aren't going to jail.
Nope. Getting a vacation with pay.
So,
Right.
like, who is truly the domestic terrorist? And I think people, I don't know how many non-melanin people we have listening to the show or watching the show, but I think the issue we have, well, I know the issue we have, it's not the fact that I mean, we're upset people are getting killed, but we're more upset with the outcome or the consequences for the person doing the killing.
Yeah. Which a lot of times there is no consequence.
Right. So it's like
maybe a loss of a job, if that.
right. We're not saying that
When they lose their job and get hired in another state.
I'm just
Another
saying, like,
city.
even losing your job, like, no jail time, no nothing. You just took a life for no reason, and you get to go home and be good.
But I think the ignorance of some of the people that listen to when we try to explain it is they feel like we feel like a white person killing a black person is worse than a black person killing a black person. That's not at all what we're saying. What we're saying is when this black person kills a black person, y'all will give them 100 years.
Easy.
when this cop or this white person kills a black person, not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, same exact crime, could be same exact situation
Yeah, at the time don't match the crime.
at all.
You know.
Meanwhile, they throw the book at us, but
Right.
Yeah.
But look at the situation in George Floyd. In that same city, was a year or two ago, a black cop shot a white lady. They gave that man 12. They just gave that man 12 years in prison.
See,
Meanwhile, the cop that,
Yeah.
that did Floyd just got out on bail. Daniel Chauvin, I think his name is. He just got out on bail.
that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, man. And it's
People get more time for drugs.
what, man? People are getting put under the jail for drugs.
Right.
But like people say, man, the system is broken. The system is broken. It's absolutely not broken
It's not for us.
because the system was never set up for us to be successful. How can a system be set up for us to be successful when we weren't even involved in the setting up of the system? The system was set up, slavery. Even when you look at the Constitution, what was the Constitution done?
18 something.
What were we? Well,
Slaves.
not we. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
I
Our
wasn't. But
ancestors.
what were our ancestors?
Slaves.
So how can that Constitution apply to us when we weren't? We were looked at as property during the time that they were making it.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, we still looked at as like not even a full man, like a full human being. It's like we're part. You read the Constitution, it's like we're part of something, like part of a human being or some junk.
What?
Look it up.
You
Don't
talking
look
about? We unicorns?
Nah. Look it up. I'm looking up. I tell you.
No, I know like if you look into your rights once you become a prisoner, it definitely has slave terminology in there. But as far as the Constitution, man, it's and the system that we are living under now, we'll never be able to say, hey, we appreciate you guys changing and making us, no, because they don't want that to happen. And I truly feel like it's fear. Like I feel like white people feel that if black people become equal or have more power than them, that we're gonna do the same thing that they did to us, to them.
Yeah, I think
I feel like we're gonna be trying to make them slaves. When, in all actuality, black people are some of the most forgiving people in the world.
The 3/5 clause. What he says.
as we've seen.
Right. Through history has proven that.
Yeah.
History has proven that. Now,
Yeah, because
nope, I'm not gonna say that.
Ahmaud Arbery's family said they forgive the guy. If I'm not mistaken, as his brother or somebody got on stand and said they forgive him.
Yeah, it's
No,
I don't know if I'd be able to do it, to be perfectly honest with you.
But forgive?
Not for something like that.
nah, the whole Amber Geiger getting hugged by the brother, it couldn't have been me, bro.
Man, listen. You could talk to me. It's gonna take me a while to forgive you.
I've been put in the chokehold in the courtroom.
I personally, I hold grudges.
Well, at least you're very aware.
Huh?
I said, at least you're very aware.
Oh yeah. I know. So I don't know if I'd be able to forgive you until I felt like I got you back to the level I want to get you back at. It don't even matter what you did. You could have done something minor. But if I feel like you need to get something major done to you, I'm not gonna be happy till I get it done. That's why I don't bother people. That's why I try to stay cool with everybody. Because I know me. And once the switch gets cut on, it don't get cut off until I fulfilled my duties. So I don't want anybody to mistake it and feel like I'm soft or I don't want smoke. Ask anybody who really know me.
He wants all the smoke.
You might as well call me a fireman because I'm going to look for the smoke.
Trust me, I caught it.
But yeah, man, the system is not broken. I think it needs to be overhauled from the bottom up. I feel like at this point where we're at now, it's so many false positives that are going on that if everything doesn't crumble, we'll never be able to fix it because they'll always be able to find like, okay, okay, well, we did this, and this person says this, and this person is happy for this. Like, they keep saying, like, I cannot stand when people say, hey, Trump is giving more money to HBCUs than any other president. What is that doing for the black community, though? What is that? First of all, we can, well, I'm not going to say we. They cannot continue to base the way we feel off of their interactions with people that don't even interact with their own black communities.
That's true.
That is very true.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. For people to be so smart, they're so dumb. And I don't know if it's by accident or if they intentionally do it, but I don't know, man.
Make a valid point. I feel like if I've never been in any legal trouble, but I've sat in calendar calls with people, and I've heard how broken the system is when it comes to us. I've heard judge tell somebody, yeah, we know we don't have any evidence on you, and the other person says you're innocent, and still be offering jail time. Like, still turn around and tell the judge, like, well, we still think we should go after 10 years. I'm like, after hearing the man ain't did nothing? Like, y'all serious? Or I overhear the public defenders in the hallway, listening to cases and stuff and telling people that they know that they're not guilty, but will still be out there saying stuff like, well, we can get a deal for you. Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it firsthand. I said I hear a lot of people say like public defenders are overworked and underpaid, but
public defenders,
you took this job knowing that offhand.
Most public defenders are trying to be what?
District attorneys.
Yeah, but
so if I'm a public defender, right? I'm working for the same people that I'm fighting against.
That's what I was getting at.
All right?
That's what I was getting at.
So, there's no way you can't tell me that if I'm going to court with a public defender, you're going to court with this same public defender, somebody ain't getting thrown under the bus for the likes of the other person. You might say, hey, look, if you give me this probation or this amount of time for this guy, you can have this one.
Yep.
Somebody definitely getting thrown on the bus in that situation.
Somebody getting railroaded.
Yeah. I told you, I've overheard it. I've overheard a public defender tell a guy who claimed and told him that he had nothing to do with what was going on, and she asked, like, well, I hear what you're saying, but if we go to court, you're going to lose. Like, just blatantly telling him that he's going to lose. Like, I'm just like, dang, just like that? That's how we going to do this? Like, you just going to tell him that he's going to lose? No risk of taking to court. And, of course, out of fear, you settle for a deal because you don't want to go to court and possibly lose and get maximum time when you could have just got a couple years. So most folks take the couple years, take the several years of probation and go on their way.
And it sets them up for failure for the rest of their life.
It does, because now you got a record that follows you for the rest of your life.
And what people don't realize is, man, you have more than one record. You have a arrest record, which you have your actual criminal record, which is going to show, your conviction, what you've been convicted of and stuff like that, right? You also have an arrest record, which even if you weren't convicted,
it still shows that you were arrested.
it still shows that you was arrested. So you still have that hanging over your head even though you weren't convicted. So what that tells me is I could be arrested for a murder charge, right?
Right.
In 3 days, they could find out, hey, we got the wrong guy. But that murder arrest still
It's
on
still
my
on the
record.
show.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll let you sit in there. They'll let you sit in there.
Knowing you didn't do
Knowing you
nothing.
ain't do
Yeah.
it.
Like I
Knowing
said,
you ain't do it, you sitting right there.
I've heard several cases. I've heard several cases where a guy gets out 12, 13 years later after being innocent the entire time for whatever reason, lack of evidence, let's say. But all of a sudden, 13 years later, you just not finding evidence, but you were so anxious to lock this guy up that you arrested him without the evidence, but he still got to do the time, and then get out of jail and nothing.
What should that be a crime?
I think so. Just like I believe that women falsely reporting rape should be a crime.
Absolutely. I feel
What?
absolutely. Like, what's the dude name? The football player who
Somebody the one in
in
Georgia.
Cali. No, the one in Cali, not the one
Brian
in
Banks.
Douglasville.
Brian
Brian
Banks.
Banks. How much time did he do? Like 5 years?
I think he did 3.
I think he did it right under 5. Yeah.
Whatever time he did in prison, she should be doing in prison at least.
At the middle.
At the minimum, she should be doing what he did.
Yeah, they should double her time.
The,
So if I did 3, you do 6.
the white lady who accused Emmett Till of whistling, that came back and said that she lied about it.
Yeah.
I don't care if that heifer was 97.
Hang her.
She need to get time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as long as you allow stuff to happen and slide, especially if women know that nothing's gonna happen to them, they may be treated like a black sheep. But in most cases, even if I know I didn't rape you, if I want it to go away, if I'm one of these people that got money, I'm gonna pay you to shut up.
Yeah.
So regardless of what happens,
So
she
either
knows
way-
she's gonna get
I'm about to say,
paid.
either way, she's coming out on top.
Right.
Yeah. Whether you did it or didn't.
Right. So at what point do you say no? Enough is enough. We got to put a stop to this.
Yeah. I agree. Like, if you did it, yes, you definitely should sit down somewhere.
So now
That's
you
a-
should get what you deserve.
Yeah, that's a given. But I do feel like a lot of women pull the rape card falsely, especially like on celebrities and athletes, people they know
Yeah.
they can get bank out of. They pull that card immediately, knowing there was a consent. Like I do see a lot of stories and cases where, like down the line, they find out the woman was lying wholeheartedly, and then nothing is done. She just
And it makes it tough, man, for it makes it tough for women who really have been raped.
correct.
And I'm not trying to be insensitive or nothing like that at all.
Definitely not, because it's a very serious matter.
Very, very serious, man. I got daughters, so it's very, very serious. But it's tough now, especially when you got, like, people say just because a woman was half naked and throwing herself at him, she didn't deserve that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But no, I can't say but. I can't say but.
I say
I
don't be.
can't say but. I can't say but. It's just.
He may or may not speak for me after what he says.
No, I'm not. I'm only speaking for me. I'm only speaking for me.
You heard that. He said that 4 times. He only speaking for him.
It makes it difficult. It makes it difficult for that same woman to come out and be like, he raped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
When the whole club saw you throwing yourself at him.
Yeah.
So the perception, it's hard for people to believe that. Not saying it didn't happen, but if it did happen, it makes it that much harder. And that much more non-believable. Because you're like, man, she was all over this dude. Like, well, so it makes it tough.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
No.
No, it does make it tough. Like I said, in those regards, there's a very thin line with stuff like that. I don't know. I said that, especially in the black community, I feel like rape is one of those things that's swept under the rug a lot.
Oh, yeah. You better not tell nobody touch you.
Yeah, I must say it's definitely, especially in black families, it's definitely
Like, yeah.
something swept under the rug a lot.
And that's what's wrong with us now. Black people sweep everything under the rug.
Because
You can't talk about it. You can't do this. You can't do that. Man, listen. Like they'll
Mental
tell you.
I'm about to say that's what they're throwing. When
Not
you,
even just mental
you know,
health.
if a man got a
Right.
sickness.
Not even just mental health.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
He ain't right in the head.
no. think about how many people you're forced to deal with in your family because they say, "Oh, that's their family."
Yes.
When you poison, you poison. I don't care if you family or not.
Me either.
There's so many messed up people in this world that are the way they are because they were forced to deal with people they had no business dealing with.
Yeah, shout out to the neighbor in the black family. Definitely is.
So it's like if you burn me,
I'm supposed to just keep allowing you to burn me because you're
you're my
family.
family.
Yeah, that ain't work. It don't work like that.
No.
Not with me, it don't.
no,
It don't work like
no, because at the end of the day, people are people.
that. Yep.
If they're good for you, they're good for you. If they're not, they're not. You got to cut them off and separate.
And people do change.
People do change, and at the same time, you got to understand that family. You're just family because y'all got the same blood, some of the same genes. But I got some friends that
More
that
family than
are
my family.
not even more family that truly and honestly care and do and try to support you
More than those.
more than your people that you are actually related to.
That is correct. That is correct.
So if you think I won't cut you off, got nothing coming.
You and me both.
But
There's a few family members I don't deal with to this day.
man,
And the family can feel how they want to feel about it. I don't care. Who is it?
I bet you won't call them out. Go ahead.
They ain't gonna know anyway because they cut off.
hey, I feel you though, man. I feel you. Like I'm a big family person, man. I try to get, everybody that knows me, man. I be trying to have like little get-togethers and barbecues and all kind of stuff at my crib, man, just to get people together. Cause everybody, you never know what people are going through.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And the people that I have come through are people I truly mess with for real. So like it's an opportunity for everybody to get together, man, and just enjoy genuine friendship and company. You ain't been invited.
He said you ain't been invited yet.
Oh, this man here.
Next time I get one, I got you, Disco. I got you.
Hey man, we always support you. We show up.
Yeah, man. Hey, this guy already know, man. All you gotta do is give me the word. I try to be there. But yeah, man. You never know, man. So you got to take advantage of the time that you got with people, man. But it's some messed up people in this world, man.
Oh, definitely.
All races.
And just because we share the same last name, don't mean you ain't messed up.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. Because I say just because we family, people be like, well, that's still your family. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
If I can cut friends off, you think I want to cut your family off?
Right. Let him keep stealing $100 from you.
Yeah.
You ain't stealing from me no more.
Dead.
You know, Uncle Juju get mad with that crowd rock.
He don't mean no harm.
He do mean hard. That man is stone every time he came around. Right. He came stone every time he came around. He do mean hard.
I don't even smoke dope, but if you go steal from me, at least offer me some dope. Feel a little better.
A 50-50 trade.
I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, man. But there's some craziness out here, man. Like look at these situations, man. And I think it goes to create issues with that you don't know how to deal with once you become an adult.
Right.
Like I don't know any black people that were young that went to therapy or dealt with therapists. Not that I know. I'm not saying that some haven't.
And if
gone,
they did, they kept it well hidden.
Yeah.
Because it's a negative
Like,
stigma around therapy
Right.
in black households.
Right.
therapy, it's a negative stigma around anything not normal. Like people used to make fun of if you got a check. But I wouldn't get a check. You crazy. Now look, it's
Everybody-
it's 2020 now. Everybody trying to get a check.
You're right.
Hey, shoot, I done thought about it a couple times. I know I could get me a check if I tried. I know I could.
I can't laugh.
You can't.
What? Say what?
He said he can't laugh.
I can't laugh. I get what?
Rightfully so.
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. So if he get a check, I know I get a check.
Hey man.
Hey, Man, listen. I've been here with
No,
no
we both get one. I got one.
Hey, we all with the rail
I'm about to
like
say, I got one earphone on too.
For real. But I mean, but you grow up, man, being in some messed up situations that you don't know how to deal with because of past situations that you've never dealt with.
Right.
And I think
that's a generational curse too, though, because our parents ain't never had the opportunity to speak with counselors and stuff like that because it was shunned upon them and their parents' parents and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but I think it's getting worse now because even though it was swept under the rug back in the day, you still had families. So it's like it was swept under the rug. We didn't want anybody to know, but you still had mama and daddy in the house to try to help you maneuver a little bit.
Yeah.
Now it's like the system has forced dads out of the house.
Oh yeah.
And made it to a point where it's okay for a woman to want to be independent and feel like she doesn't need a man. Which I get it. Be independent. But if you have a child in the home, your child needs a father. It don't always work out, I understand, but just because y'all aren't together don't mean that that father can't be involved in that child's life. Now, there's some messed up fathers out here. Well, I ain't gonna call them fathers. There's some messed up dudes that have children that don't take care of their responsibilities. But it's also a lot more than what we realize. A lot of women who don't allow, dads to be fathers. They hold kids hostage and dangle them above their heads like, hey, if you don't do this, you won't see your child.
Yeah.
Or if you do this, you won't see your child.
Yeah.
You have my baby around that girl, you ain't gonna be able to get him.
Right. But I don't say when you got roaches crawling all over my baby at your house.
I don't say nothing when I give you money for my baby and you spend on your other 4 kids.
Yeah, that's touchy. That's touchy.
That's a whole topic in itself.
Right. That's touchy. That's touchy. Like my child shouldn't be shorted on Chuck E. Cheese tokens because you would take your other 3 kids.
If I give you money for my child, take my child. I'm joking.
I'm not. I'm not.
He said, watch out. Short of the Chuck E. Cheese token.
Nope, I'm not. He shouldn't. He should.
That's real talk.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm the type of person, if
I give it for my child, I know your child is the other child.
I'm gonna make sure the children are straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was always taught, like even in our house, man. If you go to the store, or you go to McDonald's before you come home. If you ain't coming home with enough for everybody,
you better eat that mother before you get home.
You better eat it before you get there.
Yeah. I was taught the same.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's no way I wouldn't look out for some, because kids don't have no control. They don't choose to be in that situation.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I would never. But
if I did choose to be the opposite, I shouldn't have to hear nothing. No. If I had a good raising, then fine, I can do that. But if I come in here and I got just for my kid, you don't give me no side eye like, really, you gonna bring that just for them?
Or if I come to pick up my child, you don't be trying to send the rest of the kids with me. Or we trying to send the rest of them. I can't pick up my child. I didn't lay down with you for the other ones.
Yeah.
You had bad decision making.
Well, that's his brother. It ain't my son.
Hey, man. But
give you the opportunity to ask you to.
But yeah, it's like they being forced out the house, and I think it all started with welfare.
Most definitely.
I think any opportunity for women to get funds, but the stipulation and the catch is the man can't be in the home.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, man.
Yeah, that's a setup right there.
You know how many 2-parent homes that people are still struggling in?
You know how many dudes have to scrape up their clothes and they Jordans out the closet when somebody knock at the door? Yeah. Try to hide in the closet, try to hide in the bathroom because they don't know who at the door. Risking their old lady getting put out.
Well, I got y'all. My old neighbor.
Hey, don't say where you was living at.
I didn't say where I was living at.
I'm about to say that this is your current neighbor.
No.
Hopefully you done share a link with them.
My dog got in my house now. But my old neighbor, he had to come hide his stuff. She was having an inspection.
See?
He had to come hide his stuff at our house.
See?
And he had to come to our house for a couple of hours until they got done with the
My
inspection.
point exactly.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
Why hide it? Why do we have to hide it?
My point exactly, man. And that's why I feel like even a step further, like even dealing with child support, I feel like if a woman cannot produce her income, my money should never go to her. My money should be put into some sort of account to where she can only, withdraw a certain amount of money at a time. Versus me giving her this lump sum of money and she running through it, blowing it, and I ain't spending it on my child. And it's no way that she should be able to sit home and not provide financially for this child. But if I don't provide financially for this child, I go to jail.
Lose my license.
Yeah. You got a valid point, man.
There's no way.
It's cats out here working.
Ain't no argument there.
It's
no way.
cats out like I work in HR. I see paychecks. It's cats I know putting in 40, 50, 60 hours a week and coming home with $200-300 because child support taking everything else.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, if she's working, she presents her stub showing that she's making money and she's contributing to this child that she went half on. I have no issue. But don't try to come after me if I ain't got it when she ain't even trying to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even man, child support's the biggest scam in the world, man. It's another way and another obstacle for men to have to maneuver through.
I can't say it because some men out here are going to put themselves on child support to have lower payments, knowing they can give more as well.
9 times out of 10,
that's a lot less cases than the other than the latter.
And not saying all of those cases are like that, but and probably a lot of those cases, it's a reason that they did that. If everything was hunky dory, I don't know any man that's going to put not even that. If he's taking care of a child and he's having issues with the baby mama, I don't know any man who wants to willingly go put the system in his business.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I don't know too many guys that's going to voluntarily go to the
Right.
courthouse and be like, yeah, I want to put myself on
If
child
he
support.
does it, it's probably more like
the judge
okay,
may call him to the chambers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat her to the punch or something.
No, not even beat her to the punch. It's more like, I got something for your behind. I'm giving you $400 a week, whatever. I'm gonna go put myself on child support. You gonna get $100.
Oh yeah. I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know situations
Like a get back type situation. But nobody's just gonna up one day, wake up and be like, you know what? I'm gonna put myself on child support. It's my list of things to do today.
Of course, I don't know about how that mindset.
No, ain't nobody gonna do that. But it's a lose-lose for a man to be put on child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't pay child support, I go to jail. How do I get out of jail? I got to pay a purge. What is my purge? The child support that I owe. If I could pay the child support, I wouldn't be in jail. Then you take my license.
Now,
How am I supposed to go to work to get this money? To catch up this?
Yeah.
It's a setup that you can never dig. Because once you get behind, you'll never dig yourself out.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll never dig it. And then they allow these women to get this ridiculous amounts of money. Like when you think about these famous people, you think about a perfect example. Let's talk about Dr. Dre and his wife,
Oh yeah.
ex-wife.
He just won. But
Yeah, he won, though.
he won.
He
that.
did win.
He won that.
Not even winning, but
The amount
look
that
at
she
what
threw
she
out.
was asking for.
$900,000 for entertainment.
Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre and his ex-wife
Nicole,
were in
whatever her name is.
in court going because she wanted, what was it, like $18,000 a month.
It totaled out to $1.5 million a year.
Yeah.
Right, but it was like
after rounding, it was like $2 million.
But it was like $18,000 a month for child support alone.
Yeah.
That ain't
But
including
his
spousal
kids were
support.
room.
Regardless, though, I don't care, man. Listen, I don't care if you was 2 months. It don't take no $18,000 a month to raise no child. Then she wanted, what was it, like 80,
I'm looking at it now.
$90,000 a month or something, 80, some crazy amount for cleaning. Cleaning. in laundry. Right. Then they were behind on like 500 and something thousand.
Must be paying the must be paying the bill for 2 laundromats.
Right. Right. They was behind like $500,000 on horseback riding lessons. Now, what kind of horse they was riding, I don't know.
All right, look. So her list included $20,000 for a telephone bill.
Who was he talking to, Jesus? $20,000
for a cell phone bill, $125,000 budget for charity, $900,000 budget for entertainment. That junk totaled out. It was eventually reduced down to $1.5 million, and that helps pay for a security detail. Apparently, she's famous. You don't even know who she is or what she looked like.
Man, she forever known as Dr. Dre wife. She don't even got a name. She ain't got no name, man.
And she wanted half his royalties.
For a beat she ain't never made. What kind of that's the junk I'm talking about. Like, how do you even have the audacity to even ask for that?
Every time I hear stuff like that, I think of that Drake. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Right. Like, how do you even have the audacity? Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, if I'm with you and I've allowed you not to work and do nothing, and I've supported you, if something falls out, I feel like if we fall out, I feel like I need to be man enough to at least give you something to get on your feet.
What's the reason for the fallout?
I mean, if you cheated on me or something, then of course I ain't giving you jack.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay,
but if we can't make it work, it's a mutual separation. Like, this ain't working, we can't do it. Like, I probably would be man enough to be like, hey, look,
that I agree with.
Here goes some money, get you up. Now, if you living with me in the penthouse or the $15 million mansion, it don't mean I'm finna buy you one of those. Now, I'll buy you a $250,000, $300,000 house. That's yours. You do what you want with it.
Take whatever car that you normally drive, you take that with you.
Take that with you.
Like, another one you can have a second one.
And I may give you an allowance a month. But it's gonna be a time frame. Like, listen, after 6 months or a year or whatever, it's over with. I'm just trying to help you get on your feet.
You gotta grow up sometime.
If you meet a new dude,
immediately
it's cut off.
Immediately.
I refuse for you to take this man to the nice restaurants on my money. If he was eating McDonald's when you met him,
he eating McDonald's.
Y'all gonna continue to eat McDonald's. This is what it is. But I just feel like, in that situation, then of course, but don't be ridiculous. Like Future baby mom.
Which one?
The last one that just sued him trying to get money. What she won, like $53,000 a month?
She wanted some astronomical number. Yeah.
$53,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then even look at the Nas and Khalees situation.
That was crazy too.
Come on, man.
I also didn't know that Nas had invested his money so well. He played it very wisely. I was like, what? When it was going on, I'm like, what? What money Nas got?
If I'm ever in that situation, or if I was ever in that situation, right? Y'all boys would be rich, because I will give my money away before I just let her take it. I give it to you. I give it to all my partners, and once everything's situated, I need some money back.
I get a storage fee.
Huh?
I get a storage fee.
A storage fee?
He giving you free money, fool.
You won't be one of the ones that get the money.
I'm about to say, give me his portion.
I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm gonna give you everything he gave back to you. Just break me off with, at the end.
Give me his portion. You don't know how to handle this.
I ain't gonna spend none of it. I'm just saying, when you want it back.
When I want it back, what?
Break me off a little bit.
You gonna be able to?
You already be broke off, fool.
Remember we was talking about the classrooms with the tinted windows?
Now y'all see why he get a check.
Right.
Now y'all see.
Right.
We ain't there yet.
No.
We can't get no check.
Not his kind of check.
Y'all don't want that check.
But yeah, I give it all away, man, before I let her just take it for nothing.
Yeah. So, do you feel some type of way about the guys that come in out the gate with a prenup?
Heck no. If I got money coming into this situation, I'm gonna make sure I got money when I leave the situation.
Absolutely.
Especially if you came in with nothing and I got it all, you a doggone fool to not have a prenup.
What if y'all both started off with nothing?
Then what I'm gonna have a prenup for? What I'm gonna listen? If
what
any,
if you come in with nothing, but you know you on the cusp of?
But you came in with what?
if I came in with nothing, but I knew I was on the cusp of getting something, then we wouldn't be getting married till I got what I was trying to get.
Okay.
It ain't no in between. No, like no, because I feel like.
Because I feel like a lot of situations with well, not all of them, but in some of the situations where the woman has been with the guy, like in Dr. Dre's situation, even though I totally disagree with how she went about it and what she was asking for, she been with Dr. Dre for so long that she felt like I was with you when you was at the bottom, and now
I mean,
you
she definitely deserves. She
now you
deserves.
this billionaire, and now we ain't together no more.
I absolutely agree.
She deserves a lot. She deserves to be taken care of for the rest of her life because she's put in that work already.
I feel like if they just came up with a settlement number and was like, listen, Dre, you pay her $1.5 million and it's over with, that's fair.
I mean, but she has to be used to the lifestyle she's living. That's what the first thing the court's going to say.
$1.5 million? Fair. That's fair. Because at the end of the day, I got to continue to work to keep my money going.
Yeah.
You pretty much just getting 1.5 to leave. No, not fair? Go ahead.
You
Go
chime
ahead.
in.
Come on.
No, I'm just saying you gotta remember he worked, so he used to money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
She don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I know. I'm not saying it ain't right. She need to get a job. I'm just saying she gonna go that because
Yeah, that 1.5 will be gone within the month.
Okay. Okay. Let's take it a step further. Any
she's trying to get a job, but she ain't.
any woman that is married to a multimillionaire who is not putting money up is crazy.
Yeah, especially if she ain't been working. if every time he cut her a check or give her some money, she go and blow it, then that's stupidity on her end.
Because at the end of the day,
Let's just say every other week you get $1 million from me. If you blow that $1 million every other week, that's on you. By the time we get together, you ain't got
What are
nothing
you
saved
doing to
up.
give out $1 million every other
I'm just
week?
saying.
he's just throwing out.
I'm just throwing out numbers.
So
I'm just throwing out numbers.
and 9 times out of 10, you're probably like, you know what? I'm tired of him cheating on me, so we're getting a divorce. He's probably cheated on you 100 times, and you knew he was cheating on you. So either you make a decision to deal with it, or you start setting yourself up to leave. Because at the end of the day, it's millions of women who leave situations with nothing.
Nothing.
So, do you want to keep this lifestyle? Because if I want to keep the lifestyle, I got to keep working. Right? If I'm the breadwinner, if I want to keep this lifestyle, I got to keep working. If you want to keep this lifestyle, it's something you're going to have to do. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to keep this lifestyle for me, then you got to make a decision, just deal with whatever comes with my package. You want this stimulus package? You want the stimulus package? You got to take what comes with it. For real, man. Like at some point, somebody got to be real and say, like, I'm not a woman, so I don't know everything women go through, but I just feel like, and it's probably some women out here who do have their stashes and then acting like they broke to get more money.
Yeah.
So if she was around Dre wasn't just a wild boy.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, this chick probably had a little bit of brains on her for Dre to mess with her and be with her this long.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So she probably got some money
I'm pretty sure.
or some investment. 9 times, because you have some women who just lay around the house, do nothing, go shopping, man just supports them. But a lot of these women nowadays, man, they starting their own businesses, having their own revenue coming in. So I don't know, man. It's a messed up situation.
True.
It's a messed up situation. But child support, not the way to go. We need child support reform. We do.
Child support mandates and guidelines.
We do. I think everybody, regardless if we are married or not, that way it doesn't show like, oh, you're disrespecting me by asking me if this child's mine. No, everybody that has a child needs to take a DNA test.
Absolutely.
Regardless if we boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, get the DNA test. Because if you make it that way across the board, then you can't really feel a certain type of way because you got to have it. And that'll, you know, it's a lot of situations where these dudes paying child support for kids that ain't even there. And then the messed up part is they could be paying child support for 3 or 4 years, find out the kid ain't there, and they still got to continue to pay child support till they're 18.
Yep. That one threw me through a loop when I read that. I didn't know states really did that.
What?
This is news to me.
Yeah.
And Georgia,
get a
Georgia is
DNA
one of them states that do that.
You can get a DNA test, prove the child is not yours.
But if you've been the one providing for that kid for however,
And you sign, if they can say, well, you, whatever, they come up, you sign the birth certificate, and you have been providing for this child, they will make you continue to pay for this child until you're 18.
you can get
So
your name
until they
removed
18.
off the birth certificate, you still gonna be paying
Still
child
your child.
So what happens when they find, like, say she go find the real dad?
Shoot, you better go have a conversation with that fella.
She have to put him on child support to
In order for them to remove it from you.
Oh, okay.
And then even with the child support, man, you put me on child support, go get food stamps and all of that. You know, I got to pay child support and still got to pay back what you got.
Yeah, they
You
get.
ain't bought me no
I
groceries.
didn't know that they get health insurance. You got to pay.
You
for
got to
that.
pay for that.
They get
That all
WIC,
goes into your
TANF, all
back
that.
pay
You gotta
for
get
your.
paid. You get paid. You got to pay for that. I did
You
know
ain't
that.
know that?
No.
That's
No, I
crazy.
didn't
man.
know that.
That's crazy. That's craziness. So what do we do? How do we fix it?
It's cheaper to keep them.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't cheaper to keep.
I think we got to fix it.
Hey, I don't know what route I can set
to
out
try
there.
to fix it.
Yeah, to try to fix it. But yeah, it definitely needs to be some,
'Cause I
like you
feel
said,
like-
it definitely needs to be some reform.
Man, I feel like if we were to speak up on behalf of that, like we would get, our names would get drugged through the dirt.
Well, I ain't on child support, so I don't care.
Me neither.
Shoot. So hey, it is what it is. But something got to be done, man, because it's gonna be a never-ending cycle.
There's too many people out here getting sucked up in that part of the system.
Yeah. Have never been in any criminal activity in their life.
Didn't get
Get
time
locked up
for
for child support.
Yeah, I know a few people like that, a few fellas.
That's crazy, man.
Most definitely.
But hey, man, Mannish folks, Mannish people, man.
We back.
Yeah, and we went a little over time, I see.
We back, man.
There we are, man.
It feels good to be back.
It does. It does. We need everybody though, man. It ain't the same as like when we was in my man cave.
In the man cave.
Yeah, it was. That's why I said it's kind of hard. Cause
Man,
we like minds on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we need the other people, man. We used to be in full out, knock down, drag out arguments back then.
You know, we just need our other co-host because he the only one to be different.
Yeah, we
He
can't
wasn't the only
debate.
one that was different though, because my
Sky-
brother
Sky was
had a
different.
The
different
very
opinion.
first episode, me and Scott was going at it
Yeah.
about being able to whoop
Whoop kid, whoop
your
stepkid.
your stepchild.
Oh yeah.
What? That's what I said. I don't know if it. Okay,
You raised
stay
me
with
in
her
my
long
house,
enough.
I pay these bills. I'm raising you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think me and Scott got into it with y'all on week 2. We was talking about
The standard that you need to be held to if you're a preacher.
Yeah, that's what it was. Cause
That's- yeah.
Man,
we had some drag outs.
Yep.
We had some
But that's
drag
it,
outs.
because me and you was on one side.
Yeah,
Scott
I
on
was.
the other side.
Well, I had veins popping out my neck. Hey, if you chose to do this, you should be held to a higher standard. Well, sir, not necessarily. Not.
They're human too.
But yeah, man, we used to have some good ones, man. We got to get back started, but.
Hey, real quick before we end, Serge, go ahead and give for our new listeners the backstory of how Mannish started.
So pretty much, we all play the game frequently, and we kind of start a party on our Xbox. And just from having random conversations on the Xbox, I decided that we should start a podcast. And the rest is kind of history. Like I started playing and it came up with a name, and then we started talking about it. And next thing you know, we was shooting. I said the rest is history.
It was all over like a month and a half span too.
Yeah,
Quick.
it was very quick turnaround. Chris offered us his home, and that's all we needed was a spot. I was
Hey,
like,
man.
bet he gave us home. We in there.
I got to figure out how we can record some of these Xbox conversations.
Yeah,
These are better than the podcast.
Yeah.
way better than the podcast. Unfiltered conversations.
Lord.
Yeah, they'd probably cancel us. We had them conversations on.
Yeah, I can't.
We went.
I'll be
we went.
sensitive.
You say what now?
It ain't no invitation. No disrespect to her. Y'all can do what the hell you want to do.
My mama might be watching.
Some people from church might be watching.
My mama go to sleep at 8:30.
I sent this link to my entire family before I got in here. So
What?
we can feature on them.
Yeah.
What days he do that on? Preachers.
We can preach on that too. We
You
can
got
take-
preachers on the sex show? Oh. About to say, now that's what we was talking about. All right, cool.
Oh, that's good to know.
I don't co-sign for nobody. When you say that shit ass.
I ain't mad at it.
But we appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. This is kind of our first run. It was like a test run, to be honest with you. We got some more things that we playing with to be more interactive and stuff like that. So just bear with us. We just wanted to get this one out the way, try to see what we needed to do on our end to work out some other kinks. But
Y'all got some topics. You can hit us up on Mannish. What's
Yeah.
the Mannish tweet?
IG,
Man.
I'm about to say, yeah, they got the IG, the Gmail,
Yeah.
the Facebook page. Y'all can hit us up, inbox us, let us know what y'all want to hear. Y'all can hit up our personal pages.
Personal pages.
It is what it is. We open.
You got numbers, Texas.
I'm about to say, we open to suggestions. They also have a call line now, so y'all can call in and go against what we're saying or.
and we talk about anything, man.
Yeah.
So
You
whatever
wanna
y'all
hear,
want to
we'll
talk
talk
about,
about it.
as long as it ain't nothing crazy. I'll let them talk about it. I ain't talking
No
about it.
sir, no sir.
But nah, for real though, we'll talk about just about anything. So whatever topics y'all got, and anybody who like we used to do a segment before we stop supporting and promoting black business.
Yeah.
So any businesses, shoot them to the page, reach out to us, try to see how we can help you out. We'll help you out, you help us out, type of situation. And,
Maybe one day we might be offering you commercial spots.
hey,
Yeah.
commercials are definitely or come up here and talk about your business.
Yeah.
Self promote.
Hey, promote us.
So but anybody that's listening, man, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. If y'all got some topics, like I said, shoot them to us. So, but don't wait until Wednesday morning to shoot some topics. Like give us
Wednesday at
opportunity-
6 p.m. Like,
Right.
yeah, y'all talk about this?
Give us opportunity to research some stuff and look up some stuff so we can make sure we know what we talking about.
Yeah.
Anybody who's interested in coming on the show, hit us up.
Oh yeah.
We open for that too.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
If you want to show your face and debate us, hit us up.
If a group of women want to come out here, have a debate with the Mannish podcast, have them come on here.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We ain't never gonna win that debate. But like I said, once
Who
again,
paying up for all this equipment when they start throwing stuff?
them. But once again, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. This is Mannish Podcast, and we out this guy.
Love y'all.
Deuces.